Hello, Mr. Nelson. It's a pleasure to be able to interview you today. How are you?
I'm great. Good afternoon, by the way. I'm doing well on this Tuesday. I'm extremely blessed to the creator and appreciative to be given the opportunity to interview at this well-known company known as Toyota.
Here at this company, we love to hear about people's unique lives and how exactly did they get to where they are today. Here today, I will be asking you a series of questions to better understand who could we potentially be hiring to work at our company. Is that fine with you?
Of course.
Tell me about yourself.
Greetings again. I am James Nelson, a second-year business administration scholar from Orlando, Florida. While attending Florida A&M University, I've participated in various activities and projects, rather that's numerous case studies, workshops, work studies, scholarship programs, and even student clubs. I'm actually in the student club, club real estate. Such experiences have offered me an extensive educational experience inside and outside the professional and academic fields. My grasp of concepts from academia and real world applications have improved as a result of taking part in such case studies and workshops. Furthermore, work study and scholarship initiatives have given me a solid commitment to hard work and an obligation to excellence. Being involved in student organizations additionally assisted me in strengthening my leadership abilities and reminding me of the importance of teamwork and giving back to the community, all of which have been able me to make significant strides in an area of scenarios outside of the classroom.
Great to know. Knowledge is key to having success. What do you know about Toyota Corporation?
I actually know a lot. My family is big on Toyota. Pretty much everybody in my probably 90% of my family members have a Toyota, rather it's my cousins or my nephews or my sisters or my brothers. Whenever we're together, such as like a family reunion, the topic of Toyota always seems to creep up and take the center of attention. They have literal like 40, 50, 60 year olds have literal toy replicas of the automobiles. Their fascination has turned into a complete obsession. But to get back to the question, what I know about this historical company is that apart from its expertise in the automobile industry, Toyota Corporation has an extensive heritage that is closely into innovation and technological advancement. Under the direction of founder Kichiro Toyota's leadership, the company, which previously operated in that textile industry, moved into the automobile sector, unbeknownst to the majority of individuals and Toyota's significant contributions to hybrid technology, lean production practices, and robotics. I didn't mean to make it that long, but that's my knowledge so far of you guys, of you guys, historical company.
Great. It was nice knowing about the fascination that your family had with Toyota. Not every day will be all glam and shiny. There's going to be days where you do not quite understand the task at hand. Tell me about a time that you had to adapt to a difficult situation.
That's easy, unfortunately. Well, besides learning math every year, it would have to be last fall. Despite my genuine attempts to get involved, I found myself in a scenario where my peers weren't taking my ideas seriously during the preparations for the Kind Snacks case competition. I nevertheless persisted in being fully engaged in the project, being the first one in meetings, organizing the meetings, offering suggestions, and striving for high standards in my work. It's it takes very humbleness to study hours and hours. You know, you come up with ideas that you think are unique and that you think are unique. You share with your partners and they just deny you immediately. I altered how I approached it, stressing that I was going to pay attention to my teammates and still stand up for what I thought. Even in the face of struggles, my resilience and commitment to the mission did not waver. I kept proving my worth by being an active member of the group. I kept my schedule flexible and having an unwavering dedication to reaching the goals we established. I intend to utilize the important skills that I acquired from this experience, teamwork, interpersonal interaction, and perseverance in my future endeavors.
Can you give me an example of a time you have contributed to a teamwork environment?
Yes. An example of a time I contribute to a teamwork environment would have to be when I and my peers were assigned to create a play from our professor to show the university. Tough. Yes, I know it's tough. I was never chosen to be the leader ever, but instead show why I am the leader. Rather, it was through extensive meetings, unique ideas, or even managing everyone's ego. Sir, not everyone can be the boss at Toyota. Just like the play, not everyone could be the protagonist. Not everybody could be Cinderella. Someone has to be the gardener or the janitor or even a lion somehow. But to get back on schedule, putting on a play for our institution's theater was a thrilling experience that challenged my decision making and ability to organize. I ended up taking on an extensive position as the project lead, handling everything from a script choice to rehearsal management and technical supervision. I carefully curated a list of potential scripts with an eye for detail, prompting group discussions to make sure everyone's opinions were valued. Everyone's, because I know how I feel to not have your opinion valued. Taking on the role of director, I calmly and passionately led our gifted group through rehearsals as well as creating a welcoming atmosphere that allowed every performer to express themselves. Effective interaction was crucial for managing difficulties, addressing issues, and fostering a sense of kinship among cast and crew members throughout the process. As the big event drew near, I made sure everything was precisely planned, as everything has taken place from February all the way to May. So from pre-production to pre-concept to pre-design, everything was taken care of right until May. From ticket sales to advertising initiatives, so they could put on an incredible show that won over the audience approval and their appreciation. It's nothing like feeling appreciated and feeling left in the history books at this great university of Florida Agricultural and Mechanical University. My love for theater was bolstered by this experience, which additionally enhanced my capacity to lift others up and bring people together for an identical goal.
Being in a play has to be quite hard. Being the lead director has to be incredibly difficult. Give me an example of a time you introduced a new idea or procedure.
Yes. So, like I said in the beginning, math is pretty, I struggle a lot at math, but this is a great question. A new idea that yet none of my freshman peers or even my professor discussed at making us better at math would have to be during my undergraduate studies in mathematics. I suggested to my algebra professor a straightforward yet practical solution to assist students who experience difficulty. I suggested that students would probably notice significant gains in their grasp of algebraic ideas if they frequently practice on their own and attended tutoring sessions at Tutor Ocean 2 or 3 times a week. For me, it definitely had to be 4 times a week just because of my weakness for the subject of math. The idea arose from my personal belief that regular practice and tailored instruction count as vital elements of success in school, especially in difficult courses like algebra. Algebra is super difficult, not for everyone. It's totally subjective for someone like me. But for me, algebra, math is just not for me. I relate student success stories from my experience, stressing a boost to their confidence and academic performance that came from getting consistent tutoring and independent practice. We talked about how to motivate students to benefit from common tutoring and solo practice, and my algebra professor appeared happy with the idea's validity and potential results.
If you don't mind me asking, but what were the results of the students that found it helpful?
Of course, I do not mind your accent. I've actually never shared this with anyone but my professor. I actually conducted a poll at the end of the semester in which the question was on a scale of 1 to 10, how much did tutoring help you? Out of the 35 total students in the class, yes, 35, 30 voted it a 10, meaning 85% of the classroom were aided by this.
Very interesting. We're almost at the end, Mr. Nelson. Give me an example of a time when you tried to accomplish something but was unsuccessful.
Yes. in the course of my ongoing education, I have made an effort to be awarded at least one scholarship for each semester. Yes, for me, that's unfortunately my work ethic had to improve. I've shown a tad bit of laziness over, my past year and a half at FAMU. What the scholarship I applied for had was the Thurgood Marshall Scholarship. Since I understand how important it is to both elevate financial strain and reward my academic achievements, I've had difficulties in achieving this goal despite my sincere efforts, careful application writing, and mentorship search. I even had my dad record a video in which I knew for sure I was going to win. But this I recorded it in March. I sent it in March. I didn't get the results back to August, and unfortunately, that was their first time communicating with me, and they told me I didn't make it. But it was all good. Despite everything, these instances have taught me a lot about resiliency and tenacity, which has strengthened my determination to improve my future scholarship applications and look into other options for financing. However, the challenging road reinforced my dedication to achieving academic success and my unwavering resolve in overcoming the challenges of college life.
Well, keep trying. It will come. What is your greatest weakness?
Yes, my greatest weakness has to be by far and I mean by far how long I take to finish a task up. I tend to become invested in attempting to understand each element, no matter how much time it takes me to understand it. My thorough approach ensures that I understand topics completely, but it may lead to problems with priority or time management. There have been instances in which I've spent a lot of time studying our particular assignment and inadvertently put off finishing other important tasks that were on my agenda. I'm actively working to improve my time management abilities by learning how to effectively prioritize, set realistic deadlines, and divide work into smaller, easier to handle portions to solve this issue. By finding an equilibrium between detail and productivity, I will maximize the results and become more proficient at handling multiple tasks at once.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
In 5 years, I see myself flourishing in a demanding and rewarding role at Toyota Corporation, a business known for its innovative thinking and dedication to excellence in the automotive industry. My objective is to use my expertise and skills to help Toyota fulfill its vision of enhancing customer experiences and developing environmentally friendly transportation solutions. My goal is to advance to a higher portion in the company through continuous learning and professional development. I will use my collaborative thinking, problem solving, and leadership skills to promote innovative and positive outcomes. I want to make an important contribution to the creation of the next wave of automotive technology and the global success of Toyota by matching my career goals with the company's principles and future vision.
Okay, Mr. Nelson, this is the end of the interview. I appreciate your time with this long process. Do you have any questions for me?
Of course. Well, first off, I just want to express my gratitude for allowing me to take the necessary steps in my career path. I appreciate you dearly. I have two questions. The first question is, how does Toyota Corporation include the protection of the environment and sustainability in its business strategy and decision-making process? What initiatives does the company run to support these goals within its operations?